Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charlie Latham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charlie Latham. Episode number 479 today. I'm actually jumping back into servers for a bit. I see I'm getting a lot of questions and a lot of comments about shared versus dedicated hosting and what it all means and what you need to think about. Look, I've done a couple of episodes about it. I just want to sort of jump back in here and highlight some of the things I'm seeing with shared servers. Mostly because I've had an experience across the last week with one of my client servers, and it's sort of it gets frustrating. And why it gets frustrating is a shared server, and this isn't anything against the hosting company or anything. It's just a thing that is. And as someone who does hosting provision and tries to give my clients as much autonomy as possible whilst still delivering a cost-effective solution for them. And I sometimes get to another hosting provider and get into their interface. I'm like, oh, why are we doing this? Anyway, the issue here was that the client can't upload something above and can't upload files bigger than 2 megabytes. Now, 2 megs sounds like it's huge, right? It sounds like it's really huge until you start to upload some plugins or some theme files. And some of those plugins and themes files are 3 or 4 meg in size, even zipped, like they're huge. There's a lot of things in those zip files. And when you go to upload them, the hosting says, no, that exceeds the maximum upload limit. You can't do that. Increase max upload. I can't even think what it is. Increase this PHP setting. Now, for me, that's easy. For me, I normally just go in and either update the .us user.ini file, the php.ini file in the customer's home folder, go in through their hosting panel and adjust their PHP settings in their hosting panel. And this is as a client. This isn't even as an admin. Some hosting services allow you to do that. Even shared hosting allows you to do that, and some doesn't. Some says, nope, this is what we provide our clients and this is it. And this is where the difference between shared and dedicated hosting comes in. It's also where the difference between shared and shared hosting come in. So shared services, I'm just going to restate all of that to start with. You are a tenant, a client on a piece of hardware in a data center that is shared amongst multiple other clients. That piece of hardware has a defined set of resources. It's got so much disk space on it. It's got so much bandwidth that it can use. It's got so much memory it can use. The 3 things that we normally look at. The fourth one would be the number of processes that it has to do all of its things. And they're shared amongst all of the clients. So if you've got 3 clients on the server, you typically would get 33 1/3% of those resources, you would think. Unfortunately, that's not the way it works. You can have multiple clients, and some clients will use more of those resources and some clients won't. The idea with a shared server, though, is that the way the configurations are set is that you can only use up to this ceiling. This is the ceiling we've done. So PHP, you can only use this much memory. You can only upload files this big. You've only got this much disk space to you. We're only allowing you to have this much bandwidth per month. A dedicated server changes that a little. I'm going to come back to shared versus shared in a minute. A dedicated server changes that a lot in that you are the only client on that server. You get all of those resources to use for yourself. So now the issue isn't, well, I've only got these certain amount of resources. Now the issue is, I can use up to the absolute maximum resources on this server. Does the server have enough resources to do what you want? And have we tuned it properly? And do we need to do some tweaking on it? Dedicated servers aside, let's put them to the side and let's come back to shared versus shared. Not all shared servers are alike. Some shared servers, as I mentioned in the start, in my dialogue at the start here, my monologue, there we go, my monologue at the start here. Some shared servers only allow you to tweak certain settings, and some don't allow you to tweak any, and some will allow you a lot more freedom to do various bits and pieces. I can tell you that the biggest issues that I have with shared servers in general, not mine are set up a little different. My shared server is set up a little differently, but most shared servers you get onto, you can't change your PHP settings. You can't change the maximum file size that you can upload. You can't change the amount of memory that you use, or you can only change it up to a very small defined amount. What are the other issues that I've had? Oh, the timeout, the PHP timeout can't be changed. And that gets quite frustrating when you find that your site isn't quite working. And in my case, like the case I just gave you as an example, we're trying to upload a plugin. It's a standard plugin. It's a plugin that we use across all of our websites. My client's gone to upload their version of it and gone, it's not letting me. Now, because I provide support for my clients, even if they're on other people's hostings, they've said to me, well, can you fix it? I'm like, I can't actually. We need to go back to the hosting provider, and you haven't given me those details, so I can't even act on your behalf and go and talk to them. So now they've got to give me those details, and now I've got to go and talk to them. And before people say, yes, I've tried the .ht access file. Yes, I've tried the PHP and the .user.ini files. Yes, I've tried wp-config.php to make these changes, and it's just not happening, which means to me that the hosting isn't set up to allow me to do it, and that's quite common. So there's the things that I need you to think about, or I'd like you to think about when you're looking at who you're going to host with. Reputation is important. There's a lot of good reputable companies out there. Have a look at what you're getting as your bang for your buck. Are they limiting how much are they limiting your access to these resources? Limiting your access to those resources is just going to be a thing on a shared hosting, but how much are they limiting it? How much flexibility do you have in going in and changing your settings? And how much do you have to go back to their help desk to get them to help you do something? And then the last part of that is, how helpful is their help desk really when it comes down to these things? Like I said, there are some great providers out there, and I work well with a lot of them. And there are some out there that I just know that if my clients are on, it's always going to take me a little bit extra to be able to give them the support, the quality of support I like to give, because of the processes that I have to go through on the other side with that server provider, with that hosting provider. What have you guys found? I'm sure you've all found hosting providers that you like and you love, and that you don't like and you hate, and all of those things. I'd love to know your comments. What are the things that you're tripping over when you go to your hosting provider and ask them for help or try to do something? What are the things that have bitten you? What has worked really well for you too? I'd love to know that. Whatever you have for me, wherever you're watching or listening to this video, leave a comment, please. If it has been of use to you, give me a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you can find out when we drop more content. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlylatham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.